FlamesNation Citizens, we're back.
Woo! What's up?
After a short break, we had a week off here for summer. Michela took a big trip.
A huge trip.
We're going to start there.
It was a very educational trip, I will say.
So you took your vacation to?
The glorious, shining city of Edmonton.
Oh,
why I did that?
Womp. Yeah, no,
I don't
it's a
know
sad
why.
story. Why? Well,
Okay. It was just kind of like a reality check kind of story, if I'm being honest, because
you did the right thing.
I, of course, did the right thing. Yeah. So long story short, my best friend, she's getting married. We were supposed to go to Kelowna for a bachelorette trip.
Yeah.
The city was on fire. Clearly, we were not going to bother the lovely people of Kelowna with our shenanigans. So we decided to pivot like good people do. Pivot. Yeah. So I was like, okay, what's the next best thing? Because it was like a very last minute kind of change. So I'm like, okay, we can't necessarily hop on a plane somewhere because that's unreliable these days too with all the flight changes. We want to do something to do with water. So I was like, fuck it. Let's go to the wave pool and the water slides because we've done that before and it's been a blast. And it was a blast.
We're going to Edmonton.
We're going to Edmonton, but spending a whopping 5 days in Edmonton was
5 days.
It was eye-opening.
Sounds like hell. 5 days in Edmonton.
Yeah, when I tell you, like, I think we may have been better off just staying here. Like, so we get there and we're at the hotel. The hotel was awesome. The Sandman downtown.
Oh, I thought you said...
It's a really nice hotel.
I thought you were going to stay at the
Fantasyland?
Land, yeah.
We've done that before, but we were like, I think we've stayed in all the fun rooms that we could, and we'll save a little bit of money by like just staying at your average, not so fun hotel. But still, Sandman in Edmonton, downtown, nice hotel. There's a nice chop steakhouse in there. Nice. So we were having dinner, and we were like, we're so excited to go to the water park tomorrow and just like play mermaids in the pool and have a good time.
Did you bring the Little Mermaid attachments?
No.
Okay.
I didn't. But in my heart, as I was swimming, I was a mermaid.
Yeah.
But okay, so then I'm scrolling on my phone at dinner and we're talking about how stoked we are. And then they go, oh, there's an active shooter at West Edmonton Mall.
As soon as I saw them, like, oh, Michela's in Edmonton right now.
I know.
I hope she's not getting shot up.
And my poor best friend who's getting married, or she's been through the ringer with like trying to plan anything. She's like, well, guess there goes our trip. And I was like, no, just wait. And then we tried to like, okay, this next one is on me. I tried to book you can book a cabana at the water park so you can have your own little area.
For like $500 a day or something.
Yeah, but I was like, okay, whatever. I'm just going to pay the money because this poor bitch over here has been through enough with like planning and stuff and having her plans ruined. So I'm going to try to make it a little bit extra. And then there was something that got screwed up with that and they were all sold out. And I was like, okay, I guess we're going to sit with the normal people in the normal people seats. Right. So, which turned out to be totally fine. And it was great. And then we come back to the hotel that night and there was a full-on brawl in the lobby.
What is with Edmonton and fighting right now?
And the cops were called. There were chips all over the floor. I was like, what have I entered into? So we said, screw it. We're going to go and we're going to have a nice little dinner at Northern Chicken, which is a lovely chicken place that our friends own up in Edmonton, and their food is amazing. But on our walk there, I almost stepped in the biggest mound of human doo-doo that I have ever seen.
And you're sure it's not a dog?
There's no way it was a dog. It was like, those green boxes? It was like right up against a green box. So I'm imagining somebody propped themselves up. Yeah. When I tell you the mound, this big.
What a shitty place. Ugh.
I was like, oh my God, what is this? Like, I'm like, truly the only thing that's bright and shiny about the experience that I had was the water park. And like, oh yeah, they have Rogers Place. Like, great. But when they're like, oh, Edmonton rocks. I'm like, no, Rogers Place rocks.
Yeah, and your mall kind of rocks when it's not being shot up.
Yeah, like it was just, I don't know. And I wanted to have so much hope for the city of Edmonton.
Your first mistake.
Like, I was like, I'm stoked. I'm going to go to the Croc store. It's going to be a great time.
They have a full-time Croc store?
We also have one at Cross Iron, but
okay. I don't go to Cross Iron very often.
I'm a Croc queen, so it was
Croc
good.
queen.
Like there were also like no things to do at night during the week. It's like, I find that in Calgary, during the summer, especially, like, during the week, you can see people milling about, going to restaurants. Like, it's busy. It's lively still. Like,
people say that about our city sometimes. Oh, downtown doesn't have enough life. I'm like, have you been to other Canadian cities at night? Because it does.
It was a ghost town.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I mean, the weather also sucked.
Yeah,
but
there's not. Hey, I'm with you here. Edmonton sucks. Like,
Edmonton sucks. I'm sorry. And like, this is now from a very, very educated point of view. I've spent 5 days in a row straight there. I'm just like, wow, this is awful. So all you people from Edmonton, if you want to come to a really fun city like Calgary, where we have stuff to do and maybe a little less doo-doo on the streets.
Yeah, we have a lesser nice arena, but we're going to get a new one.
We're working on it.
Once that's equalized, then it's just a mall. And come on. Let's just go to the pool. I was happy to hear that you didn't get shot, though, because I was worried about you, and I knew you changed your plans. I knew you were in Edmonton, and then I heard there was an active shooter in the mall.
I guess what it was like a targeted attack, like a gang-related thing. So I'm like, but that stuff happens in Calgary, too. But it was just the timing. I had it.
No, it was the timing, for sure. What's their stupid fair called? It's like the Stampede, but it just
K-Days?
K-Days used to be like called something else.
I played K-Days before. I opened up for Lone Star. And when I tell you, I damn near had to pay the guy at the front entrance to let me into the you call it a fair, a festival, or whatever. I was like,
it's a midway.
A midway.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, my name is right there on this poster. I need to be at that stage in 10 minutes.
He doesn't. He's doing his job.
I know, but still, it was the experience for me. And it was just like this B-class stampede with like no purpose.
I don't even think it's a B-class stampede. It's on par.
It's just
with
a midway.
Westerner Days Red Deer is what that's on par with.
And you know what? I love a good midway. Yeah. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who have just the time of their lives at K-Days, but like, I was like, what is this? I think when you come from like such a high intensity, just the most polished that an event can be, like the Stampede, and then you go to something else, you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. But like, I don't want to, here's my kind bleeding heart going, I don't want to shit on Edmonton too much, but because I have friends in Edmonton.
But Edmonton almost shat on you, quite literally.
On my white shoes.
Why I brought up K-Days, not just because it's a lesser Stampede, but because I saw this year on social media, it was all about fights. And you said there's a fight in the lobby. So it was like groups of feral teenagers meeting to like settle their score at K-Days, and it was like a fight ground.
It's like West Side Story. Like we're gonna come beat each other up, and it was in the form of dance.
It was guys, it was girls, it was all races. It was just everyone was fighting.
Everybody was doing the thing, and like I love a good scrap. Like that's great. But all of these, like, it just seems to congregate.
They seem angry up there. Are they angry?
Maybe because their hockey team.
Well, I mean, their hockey team's been outperforming ours, and we're not as angry.
I know, but maybe we're just like more mild-mannered about it. I don't know.
We've got other things to focus on. I don't know. I also saw someone sprayed bear mace, and it created like a giant evacuation of one of the areas during the midway.
I think I remember that.
Everyone's eyes were watering. I saw poor kids in wagons, and their parents are running.
These children are trying to like enjoy the fair and play some games, and you're getting maced. Like, come on now.
We should make a Edmonton tourism video because we've had
experience Edmonton.
Edmonton. Okay. Edmonton actually sucks. Well, there you go. Just reading our episode notes here.
I shit you not. In my notes right now, the first thing it says Edmonton actually sucks.
Yeah.
We've confirmed I'm so sorry about that. Like, I really wish my experience was better. And if you are in Edmonton right now and you want to maybe give me suggestions about how I can make my Edmonton experience better, I'm so open to that. Like,
I think I've told you before, but our solution to Edmonton is stay at the JW Marriott. Mm-hmm. It's attached to the arena. You don't have to go outside, and then you can just drive to the underground parkade.
$30 a night, though, to park
Yeah, but your vehicle's
parkade.
safe from being...
And I paid it because I was like, I'm not dealing with the rest of it.
It's the Walking Dead around there of meth addicts. So keep your car safe. It's underground, $30. The JW Marriott's a beautiful hotel. You can eat there. You don't have to go outside.
Yeah, I do realize, though,
the arena, you can leave, and then you can get right back on the highway to Calgary, and you're out.
That's
the best way to do Edmonton.
But I do realize that us talking about this is coming from a very privileged perspective. Like, not everybody is going to pay $30 for parking.
Or the $400 a night for the JW Marriott.
Yeah, like, listen, we went to I think it was a Korean karaoke bar where you have your own room and you have your own karaoke machine and you get to sing your own songs. And we just wailed and we had a great time.
It's fun.
And I think it was like $40 for an hour between 8 of us. And we had a blast. So, like, Northern Chicken, I love that about Edmonton. The water park, love it. This karaoke bar, it's called like The Voice or something. Also amazing.
So 3 things.
3 things.
There you go.
Okay, well, you know what?
We'll
do 4. Rogers Place is nice. I like it.
We'll give them 4. There we go.
Okay.
Top 4 things in Edmonton.
Perfect.
As defined. There's a karaoke bar just like that called the Bacchus. Is across from the Dome.
The Bacchus?
Bacchus karaoke.
Okay.
So a bunch.
Do we need to go?
Yeah, we should actually. So we're coming up from a Flames game. A group of us were there. There's probably like 9 guys. Maybe 1 girl. I don't know.
And you guys are like, you want to know what I want to do?
We all wanted to karaoke. So we go to the front door and she goes, yeah, it'll be $45.
Yeah.
And we're like, that's outrageous. And we walk away.
You're like, no, you get your own room.
Yeah. We go up to, I think, our apartment. We're all sitting there like doing nothing at this point but drinking, going, wait a minute, that was $5 a person.
Yeah.
But when she approached us with $45, it seemed, and we were a little bit intoxicated, that seemed like a ridiculous ask for $45.
Listen,
until you divide it by 9.
Yeah, and we had a time, and she was so nice, and she was just like, she goes, not a lot of I'll just say exactly what she said. Not a lot of white people come to these things, but it's like more and more people are like finding out about this wonderful experience, which is your own karaoke room.
Yeah.
And it was a blast. But as we were leaving, this was kind of funny. There's another group that was coming in, and the way that they phrased the ask to the lady who owned this place, they go, do you have a room for rent? I was like,
ooh, by the hour?
By the hour? I was like, that sounds kind of spicy, but when you realize it's just for the pure love of singing, then it's great.
And you go to a big karaoke bar like Ducky's. Love Ducky's.
Love Ducky's.
It's very cliquey though.
Is it?
Oh yeah. If you don't know the person,
you're dead last.
You're getting
the bottom of the line.
Song, yeah, and then the regulars get there like often rotation. Because they don't want, it's a big room and they don't want it to sound horrible.
Is it like a who you know, who you blow situation at Ducky's?
For sure. Who you blow at Ducky's. But it's so if you want to go sing like 4 or 5 songs, you ain't getting 4 or 5 songs.
You get one song
You get one song if you're
on a
good.
Saturday night?
Yeah, maybe you would go in there and get a few more. Cause like
I've wowed people at Ducky's
Sheedy
before. But what I love, and this is so selfish of me, I'll go up there and be like, oh, I'm so nervous.
I've never done this before.
And then I'll sing like A Star Is Born, like Shallow or whatever. And people are like, oh. And I'm like, thank you. Like, it's just.
Ooh, can we do that song together and I'll sing the male part?
Of course.
Sick. I'm not that good of a singer, but I would do it. I think you'd raise me up.
Ducky's, we're coming for you.
Well, that'd be a good sponsor, Ducky's. Then we'll just go sing there.
And we'll do a karaoke segment where we like a name that song sponsored by Ducky's. Hey, Ducky's, please. Like.
All right, now let's shift back to a great city. We're talking about Ducky's, but let's go to an event in Calgary recently that I just saw on my phone like this morning. Mm-hmm. And you met Jonathan?
I did. It was so amazing. So it's the Great Outdoor Comedy Festival, and I had never been before. I'd only been to Folk Fest on Princess Island Park, which is also amazing, but it's like such a different vibe than Stampede, and it's wholesome and like a little bit hippy dippy and like, woo, you got people dancing on their tarps and it's so great. But then this comedy festival, I've got to say, it was one of the most tightly run ships I have ever seen. Like the moment that you walk in, all the security, I don't know, maybe if they had like an extra coffee that day or somebody gave them a hug, but like they were just so cheerful and willing to help. And stop it. You stop it. No, maybe they were just having a great day.
Okay, yeah,
and
sure.
They like, so you have, if you've been to Folk Fest, you know, you've got like the seated area and then the bring your own seats kind of area. Right?
You put your little blanket down.
Yeah, which is great. And it's a comedy festival, so it's not like you necessarily need to be like right up at the front, but all the VIP tables are amazing. You get drink serviced right to your table.
Fun.
And my lovely friend, Sydney Butters, who does the photography for that festival, she gave us some tickets. And then I saw my buddy Chris Melnichek from Trickstar live. And he's just like, oh my gosh, I didn't know you were coming. I was like, yeah. And then he's like, I'll come to your table in a minute. And I was like, okay, perfect. Me just thinking he's going to say hi to my friend Tom or whatever. Because we're on a Country Music Alberta committee together. Mm-hmm. So we've like spent a lot of Zoom sessions together with him. He comes back and he goes, are you big JVN fans? I'm like, yes. Huge Jonathan Van Ness fan. And he goes, well, here's some meet and greet wristbands. And I was like, shut the fuck up. He's like, yeah, here you go. I'm like,
you're so lucky.
I was like, so damn. I was like, it was just that it was the nicest thing. So Chris, thank you. That was
what's his
it
personality?
Made me feel really, really fancy and
no
like,
kidding.
It was so special, and I am not worthy, like truly. But
okay, so what's his personality like?
So the meet and greet,
the same guy you see on TV?
Oh yeah,
is he 100% that out there?
Yeah, I walked up to Jonathan, gave him a huge hug. Sorry, gave them a huge hug, and they were like, you have the nicest hair. Oh my gosh, queen. And I was like, this is great. This is exactly what I wanted. But it's a fast meet and greet.
Yeah, well, they all have to be because they don't have that much time.
No, it's like go. And like, cool.
But you get a great photo.
Would want that too, though, if I had just done an hour or more
set.
Was
after a set too.
It was after JVN's set.
So in his hour set, was it did he do gymnastics in it?
No.
Okay, because I've seen his like tour videos where he does gymnastics during it.
There is a lot of mention of like the love of gymnastics and stuff, but it was a lot of like commentary on just being a queer person and how, talking about like social media and how that is impacted. And it was really fun. But I will say, JVN's set wasn't my favorite set of the night.
Okay, well, I was going to say.
Which is shocking, right? Like,
yeah, but I love him as a human and his energy.
It's them.
It comes through them, sorry.
They, them pronouns.
I love them as a person.
That's okay.
And them's energies.
Them's energies.
Them's energy. But I don't think they are that funny as a comedian.
Okay, so what I noticed, so Priyanka, who is the winner of Canada's Drag Race, who is amazing, came out and did a bunch of drag performances, but singing live because Priyanka also like is a singer. And so in between there was banter, but then there was like 4 or 5 like songs. And I was like, okay, like I kind of get it. Like love Priyanka. But I was like, okay, maybe this is just like warming up for all the haha to come later. But then
it never came.
No, it was still funny.
Okay.
It was still really, really funny. And then Carla Marks did a local trans queen here in town who's incredible and actually hilarious. And then we had Monet. And when I tell you, that was a tight comedy set. It was nice. It was like, like the timing was there. The jokes were there. It was great. I was like, wow, like this is fantastic. But then with JVN, there was a lot of like pauses, and I could tell that they were trying to, they were testing out some new kind of material. Yeah. So they kept on going back to this little like table that they had to like refer to some notes. Oh, and I was like, okay, but I also like just have a lot of grace and understanding for this person because that is not the world that Jonathan was thrown into at first, right?
Yeah.
Jonathan is a television personality.
Yeah.
And, so it's like you're used to one thing, and then My mom actually made a good point. She was like, maybe it's because of all like the writers' strikes or something that these entertainers have had to pivot a little bit. So they're trying out maybe something new. Still, the entire thing was hilarious and well put together.
Seeing a comedian go back to their notebook is kind of the equivalent of like an artist with new songs in their iPad and their stand.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, I get you're trying new stuff, but it doesn't look the same.
But it's also like there's a time and a place for new stuff.
Yes.
Which is totally fine. I don't know. Like
maybe
I
this is
still
the time for him.
I still thought that there was something beautiful and truly endearing about that, to like just to be that vulnerable and you know, and just a great festival though.
Was the whole festival gay?
That night, yes.
That night, okay.
Because it was like the kickoff to Pride here in Calgary. Okay. So I was like, I love that. So in Vancouver, they've got like Kevin Hart and Russell Peters. So like they've got huge names coming to these comedy festivals. Like, and
the Calgary one's relatively new still, right?
I think it's the second year.
So yeah,
they had some big names too. So but they're gonna grow it. Like I saw, it looked like pretty good crowds, and it's a great venue for it. Well, the thing is what the people at the festival were telling me is that because of the size of Princess Island Park, less people can be there. So they were saying that in like Halifax, there was like double the amount of people, double the amount of tables. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. So we're restricted by the venue, but still the venue is beautiful. And like the weather was perfect. 0 complaints. Like,
yeah. And you know what? They could put it in a bigger area, but you would lose Princess Island Park. It's a beautiful place to have an event.
It was stunning. So all in all, I love you. Great outdoor comedy festival and team. See you there next year.
There you go. We are, I'm missing hockey right now.
You know what? I am too.
I see your shirt.
You like it?
I love it.
I love it.
We're going to have so much hockey content coming. I'm sure by this time, 6 months from now, we'll be like, oh, hockey. I won't be actually.
No, your nips will be nice and perky. You'll have a big smile on your face. You'll just be having the best day ever when hockey is back.
Getting pumped. I missed the Dome. The Calgary Canucks are back in action. They had a preseason game this weekend. Got to go watch that.
Yep.
I'm just getting excited for the hockey season.
Yeah.
I wanted to quickly talk about this, and just I'm going to cue up this song for us.
Oh my God.
Men of Calgary.
Woo!
Crouching down the field. There's a goal in sight with all your might.
Wait, you ready? You ready?
Fight, fight, fight.
I love it.
Michela, it's sad.
It's sad though?
No, it's sad.
Is it as sad as the Elks?
No.
Are we? Come on.
All right.
The whole song, hey?
Yep. That's the bright spot of this report. Listen, it's a 30-second song. We can give it the whole 30 seconds. Since our last episode, it's been 2 weeks. There's been 2 more losses.
Shit.
Yes. Yeah, it's not going great. So a tough home loss in a tight game that they had a chance to win. Again, just kind of beat themselves against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
Okay, yes, that was the one I sang at.
Yeah. Okay. So I missed your anthem, so I'll go back to that after. I missed your anthem, but I did get there for the second half, and yeah, they just couldn't get their own way to win that game.
Yeah. I was watching it from the field, and I was like, ooh,
yeah,
this is rough.
And I just gotta say this: like Winnipeg Blue Bomber fans are the new Rider fans. They are so
there was a big presence
irritating. They're ignorant fan base now, and they used to be so quiet when they sucked for like 3 decades, and now they've had 5 good years, and you'd swear they're the Harlem Globetrotters of football.
Well, do you think that like
they're annoying now?
Do you think if we were just like rocking our shit out there that we would?
Because we were a modest or a humble fan base.
We're
for
humble.
Many years of greatness.
Come on,
we were many years of greatness, and now we're having some struggles, and all of a sudden the Bomber fans are there in blue. Anyways, tight loss at home, and then they go on the road last week and have a bit of an offensive explosion, which they haven't had for a while. They score 31 points, but then the defense shits the bed and lets up 39, and they lose to Toronto. Playoffs are looking like
bleak.
Meanwhile, we go up north to Edmonton. They've won 2 flipping games in a row, including a home game, which
did that broke
the record in front of like 7 fans, but they have broken the record. And so Edmonton now coming into it is Labor Day Eve, you guys. It's coming up this Monday. The biggest
the night
game
before Labor Day, and all like through 7
nights. It is the biggest game of the season in Calgary for the fans, for the fandom, for everything around it. But here we've got one team riding like the lowest I've seen them in 2 decades, and then one team riding a 2-game winning streak. And I'm a bit nervous now.
Come on, Stamps.
Yeah. So that's my Stamps report. Not great again. Looking like it's just not going to be our year. I had high hopes for Labor Day, and I'm a little bit nervous. I still think we'll win. But it's not as guaranteed as I thought it was last time we had this show.
I truly thought that when they called me to do, that was my first Stamps Anthem.
Yeah,
so
let's start there. Go back.
I was having a blast. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be great. I was like, maybe if they win,
they'll bring you back.
Then good luck charm. But you know what? I love Justine, and that's her gig. So I will never take that. She does a fantastic job.
What's the difference? I was going to ask you. So Flames game to Stamps game. What was the difference from your perspective as an anthem singer? Like not the crowd, the atmosphere, but the actual process of singing the anthem.
Well, I mean, it was actually freezing that night. So
it was cold.
It was so cold. I was like, what is this? I'm like, Kelowna was burning. It's like almost thunderstorming and snowing here.
It was 31 the day before.
I know. And I was like, this is shitty.
It was cold, yeah.
But whatever. I still had a great time. You were totally correct about the speaker system at McMahon, though.
Brutal.
It was like, I mean, so I'm used to singing without monitors in my ears and having the echo kind of be a bit of a challenge, but I'm used to singing through that. But I had never experienced before, it was I'm singing and then I'm hearing my voice go through the speakers and then I'm hearing the crowd singing. So it was like a 3-part
and no
situation.
Monitor.
No monitors.
Yeah.
Just tap your toe and sing in the mic and like that's it. But what I did love made me feel so nice.
Can I guess?
You can guess.
Is it fireworks at the end? Yeah, that's so badass.
I was like, whoo! Felt like Metallica
when
or
you
something.
hit that big note and then pyro goes from both sides.
Yeah. I was like, can I do that every time I you know, I don't know.
I think that's what I messaged
Parallel
you
park,
too.
like
I was like, your video. I'm like, ooh, fireworks at the end. I knew there's fireworks in the anthem, but it looks pretty badass.
Yeah, I felt badass.
You're also in a cool stage, McMahon. Like you're kind of
like
the background of the screen behind you, and like that's kind of cool. You're far away from the crowd a little bit, but it's a cool stage.
Yeah, no, I had a great time, even though the Stamps didn't pull through for me that night, which is fine.
I thought there was playoffs in our we were gonna sneak in there. But now I'm like, are we even going to finish above flipping Edmonton this year?
Don't say that.
I don't know. They're riding high. They changed their quarterback. Listen, I don't think Jake Mayer is a starting quarterback in this league. There, I said it.
You said it. You heard it here first.
I've watched him play like 20 games now, and it doesn't seem to get any better. So I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm
sad. You know what? They could go on a winning streak. They've had a lot of close games. Blah blah blah. It's tough. You know, we've had.
Yep.
It's not fair to our fan base who's got to watch such great quarterbacks and great football to have to live through this.
Well,
it's humbling.
Maybe we should start playing, hey?
Football?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
No.
That's not my sport. I love watching it, but heck no. So that's my Stamps report, and hopefully Labor Day is coming. And here's the thing. Labor Day traditions. We've talked this a little bit.
I know. This will be my first.
You're coming. Right?
I think so. You invited me, so.
Yeah, okay. Perfect.
We'll figure it out.
I haven't got you a ticket yet.
I'll figure it out.
Okay, but you can come to the party?
Of course.
Okay, perfect. So, tailgating all day. The Jets fly over the game. They break the sound barrier after kickoff. It is fun. It is a fun day to be out in the sun, and everyone wears red, and it's just such a great day.
Red's my color,
Lots of military guys.
Lots of military guys. We're having a blast.
Stamps wear their black uniforms.
Oh, I like
They're so sexy with the red and silver helmet.
When they kind of look like spacemen a little bit.
Yeah. Some traditions that are kind of gone away that I miss with Labor Day, in case you're wondering. Did you ask? No, you didn't, but it's fine.
You know what, Lyle? What are the traditions?
There used to be busloads of Edmonton fans, which always made for fun because it was like a whole section of Edmonton fans would go into one section.
And then the bear mace comes out.
Yeah, you could taunt them, right? That's kind of gone away. The Edmonton used to bring their cheerleaders.
You know, they have great cheerleaders.
They do. They're not as good as they used to be, but they used to be great. And they had like men throwing them and doing hoops and loops.
We also have that.
We now have a hype team that does that.
Yeah.
They're not part of our cheer squad, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But they were all nice. So it was kind of funny though, because they would give the Edmonton crew like one break to go out and do their thing in the field. And it kind of was an embarrassment to our girls at the time.
Yeah.
Because
like we don't do any.
They don't do any acrobatics,
aerial. This proves how much of girls we are. We don't know what the
aerial displays.
Ballet.
And our cheerleaders have come a long ways from there used to be.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Cindy and she's our neighbor. She's amazing, super cute. And anyways, the St. Peter cheerleaders have come a long ways. They used to just do like their ST,
which is cool though.
Yeah,
I love
but that's
that.
all they did, and they weren't. But they are way better now. They're a good dance team now. Yeah, it's very crunk.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. Did I ever tell you about how? Oh my God, this is probably one of the most embarrassing stories ever for me. So I went to university. And I was like, oh my gosh, new year, new me. I'm gonna try something new. I went to a tryout for the MRU Cougars dance team, and it was in that tryout that I realized I should never dance ever. So they I get there and I brought my boyfriend at the time and my best friend Tom for moral support. I'm the only one who brought anybody for moral support. So it's this gym full of girls, then these two loser dudes sitting on this bench going like, you can do it. You got this. And I was like, I don't got this at all. And so I get there.
So happy you're telling this story.
Oh
right
my
now.
God. This is so embarrassing. And then I get there and I see all the girls doing warm-ups. I was like, shit, I should probably I'm going to do that too. Here we go. Right. And then they're like, oh, everybody do a pirouette or some bullshit. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll twirl.
I just thought that this was going to be a lot of twerking and go Cougars go. That's what I thought it was going to be. No,
it was more organized dance, eh?
I couldn't pick up a routine to save my fucking life.
Is there video of this anywhere?
No, thank God.
Boo.
Thank God there was no video, because the worst performance of my life. And thank God all I do now is just wiggle my hips a little bit. That's as far as my dance ability goes.
Wiggle.
Also, do you like my socks?
Yeah, your feet are still up on the table here.
I'm still doing that stretch.
Airing out the hot day.
Airing out the hot day, stretching the calves from doing the stairs at the water park. That's what I'm doing. But my socks have little hands and eyes on them, and they hold hands with each other.
No one can see them in the camera right now. It's just me looking.
It's just foot.
Yeah, can you get your foot higher up?
I'm not a dancer, Lyle. Wait, what if
I would like to see how high you can go. Oh, there you go.
Is it in the shot?
Yep, it's in the shot now. So when her socks come together, the little socks hold hands.
With magnets.
You
can get them on Amazon. They've really made my day.
Wow, thank you for telling that story. I wish you would have made it.
I don't. It would have been bad for the team.
Maybe you should go to the Outrider tryouts and do it in your adult life.
That would make for a really hilarious content piece.
It sure would.
I don't know if I'd be walking away with my dignity, but if that's what the people want.
You could sell this.
Outrider girls, help me.
I don't know if it's what the people want, but it's what I want. So there's that.
I'll just do it for you. You can be my moral support, and you can watch the whole painful process.
Tom can come too. I'm sure he would love this as well.
You're my new boyfriend then. There.
I'll be your new boyfriend. You're going to talk about all the fun things you did. You went to Edmonton. Yep. You saw Jonathan in Calgary.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a fun new sporting event for the first time. Actually, second time. First time in VIP. This was the Shaw Charity Classic.
I've heard so many good things about this.
I went once when it was at Country Hills, and now it's not, and I'm blanking to where it was this year. It was up
Do you
south.
want me to? You keep talking, I'll find it.
I should have wrote that down. Anyways, we had VIP seats, and the VIP seats were sick. It was this built-in thing to the 9th green.
Yeah. Was it Canyon Meadows?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, Canyon Meadows off Canyon Meadows Drive. Go figure. The only downside's parking.
I mean, that's everywhere,
you got to park
though.
at South Center and take a school bus.
A bus?
A school bus. Which was fun to be on a school bus. Excuse me. All right, so VIP seats came. You had 2 spots to watch.
Yep.
There was other skybox areas, but these ones had 2 options. You had 9th and the 15th hole, and you could sit there and all you can eat, all you can drink.
I love that.
Yeah, I love that too. I think all sporting events should be all you can eat, all you can drink. And it was fun. At one point, a ball landed on our table, and then our buddy caught it. And then the rules official to come over, took 20 minutes, and then they took the ball and dropped it down. And it was a man-made structure, so it wasn't a penalty. But the golfer was pretty pissed off. Anyways,
it was his own fault, though.
Yeah, it was his own fault. We watched a par 3 hole for most of the day, and only 2 guys bogeyed it and 2 guys birdied it. Other than that, it was just par city the whole time through. But these dudes were old. It was just a bunch of old guys. These
dudes were old.
Big names, but they all look like young grandpas. And
hot young grandpas?
Not all of them.
Damn it, okay.
No, I don't think there's much to look at that way. Freddie Couples is a good-looking old guy, apparently, according to the old women around there. And there were some women who were panties dropped. And yes, you could just...
These feral old ladies at the Shaw Charity Classic.
For Freddie Couples especially, it seemed to be... Jason Day was there.
I better study up because I have a feeling that as an old lady, that might be me.
Yeah. You know what? Okay, this is a 4-hour event, and it flew by. It was great. The golfers came one after another. I like par 3s because you get to watch them tee off and land at the same time.
Yeah.
But it is cool to watch the big drives and follow them. It was cool to see the crowd follow the big names through it. And then we went at the end to watch the final hole to see the guy win it. All good. I would say it's a well-run event. It felt very high class, PGA style,
bougie.
Everything. The way you walk in, the setups, that was very nice. Well done.
I'm always just so fascinated by the golf clap. Yeah. Do you literally, you can't,
You can, yeah.
But you...
Yeah, so that's all. Golf is the funniest sport because they have
weird.
So many volunteers, and their only job is to hold up "shut up" signs or "stay quiet, or something.
Shh.
And you're just so you're talking, and they go, shh, and they do this, and you're like, and there's one time
God, it's like a library.
The bartender opened a can, right
as
the guy was lining up his putt, and the golfer turned to the bartender, was like, "Would you be quiet?" And then the volunteers went and stood right by the bartender, who's just doing his job, and they hold up 2 quiet signs, and the poor bartender's like, "Fuck me." Anyways,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think this event is for me. I'm loud.
Yeah, you have to be quiet while they're shooting. Whenever the signs go up, you have to be quiet. That's the weird thing, though. Is what other sport has that expectation that if a crowd of someone in the stadium cracks open a can of beer, you're gonna stop and talk to them?
You better have juice boxes at this event.
That's my only complaint. Other than that, amazing event, and it's for charity, so they raise a ton of money. Earlier in the week,
that's great, but I can go play a game of touch football for charity and yell as much as I want.
That's true. Yeah, if you want to be loud, not your spot.
Maybe I'm just not a golf person. I don't know. Yeah, you're talking about birdies and bogeys, and I'm the way that I would play golf is a game of whack fuck. Whack fuck.
Yeah, I mean I enjoy the occasional golf game. I'm not great at golf, but I enjoy playing it. However, it's cool to watch someone do it to that perfection, where it's
oh yeah,
I'm gonna put the ball within 12 feet of that pin, and they just do it.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
There is a lot of talent that goes into it, and I know a lot of people chasing that golf dream, but I like something a little bit more fast paced and loud.
Yeah. Fast and loud, Labor Day Classic.
Labor Day Classic.
Featuring Lyle's tailgate party.
Everybody stop by to Lyle's tailgate party.
Mitch Bellot is playing live.
Oh, yes. I do love him.
A little swampy blues storytelling going to happen in this parking lot.
I love that boy so much. Maybe we should have him on the show.
Yeah, maybe we'll have him on when you're gone, apparently.
Maybe.
You're leaving me again. It's just in a few weeks' time.
Listen, I have
as if it hasn't been enough
summer.
With Edmonton trips and whatnot, and now you're going to go to Vancouver on me.
You just miss me too much.
Really quick, Calgary's hottest team right now. We have this segment going. Calgary's hottest team.
is
the Cavalry FC.
Interesting.
Yeah, they're doing really well. Soccer, or as the French call it, or the Europeans call it, football. Football. Cavalry, and don't mistake it for Calgary FC. It's Cavalry FC. Play at the beautiful Atco Field at Spruce Meadows.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the Spruce Meadows one.
Have you been?
I have, and I believe I sang an anthem for them once before.
Okay. It's a fun place to watch. I'm a traditionalist. I grew up show jumping, so that is a show jumping venue to me. It's the world's best.
It's the Christmas market venue for me.
I had a little bit of a hard time sharing it with sports, but what I do love is that Spruce Meadows gets this massive crowd in September for the Masters. But this is just giving a whole new level of Calgarians an experience out there who wouldn't go to the show jumping, so they can go see. Mm-hmm. The grounds themselves are like, if you've never been to Spruce Meadows, oh my God, go. It's just
I like how they're making it a more of a multi-purpose space.
It's a beautiful space.
It's stunning. And also go to the Christmas market.
Christmas market's fun. I got bombed last year at the Christmas market.
Did you buy like
blue vine?
Listen, I go to the Christmas market with all the intention in the world of buying gifts for other people, and then I just shop for myself.
Yeah.
But like your heart is so full of Christmas magic.
Morgan bought a bunch, but I just got bombed on.
You got bombed?
Blue vine, and it was the coldest day ever. It was like minus 30.
Oh yeah. No.
And I just drank blue vine and cider.
Their cider is real good.
Yeah.
So you had like the spiked cider?
Yeah, spiked cider.
Ooh.
With rum or something in it. It was so good. So Cavalry FC, they are sitting on top right now of the Canadian Premier League.
Yep.
Their next home game is coming up Saturday, September 16th, 3 p.m. at Spruce Meadows. Should be beautiful. Tickets for that are cheap, starting at just $27. So
interesting.
Great,
I like
great
that.
bang for your buck out there. That's on Ticketmaster. And Cavalry FC are like pushing again to be the number one team since they've started. They've been pretty good, but their fans too. Like they have like that small section of like fans that do the like drumming and chanting and jumping, and they like put off smoke bombs and.
Yeah, maybe it's because I am just painfully North American, but I want to experience more of that true European soccer like rage, like those guys, like when they cheer, it's not just like, woo, they cheer with their whole body.
Yeah.
Like I want to, that's definitely a bucket list thing for me. Even though like, I don't even like soccer. I just want to go be a part of it. Like,
yeah. It's so cool. That's Calgary's hottest team right now, by a long shot, because right now no one else is playing hockey just yet. And
soon, Lyle.
Soon, and our football team is not doing great. Okay, I do want to talk about this really quick before I go to an anthem for you.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, and we're getting out of time here, so I gotta speed up here. I want to quickly say this really cool event coming up in September in Calgary.
Tell me more.
It's called An Evening with Legends, Michela. It's gonna be so much fun. It's at the Big 4 building. It's being hosted by the Calgary Canucks, the Alberta Junior Hockey League's oldest team, Calgary's oldest team.
Mm-hmm.
52 seasons playing. They're celebrating the 60th anniversary of the AJHL. And they're bringing 2 AJHL alumni and Battle of Alberta legends to the dinner. It's Lanny McDonald and Mark Messier.
The mustache himself.
Oh. They are going to tell stories about the Battle of Alberta in their time, which was probably the biggest heating time of the Battle of Alberta ever.
Oh, yeah.
And probably may ever will be. Anyways, it's going to be a real cool dinner. Tickets are a bit pricey, I'm not going to lie.
Well, it's an evening with legends.
It's going to be a stellar dinner. There's going to be performances after, musical guests. It's going to be a great night.
Do we know who the musical guests are?
No, I can't announce it yet, but you do know them. They're a band.
They're a band.
They fit hockey.
Yeah, okay. I know exactly who you're thinking of, yes.
It's going to happen after the TSN panel. It's also being hosted by TSN broadcaster Gord Miller, so he'll keep the conversation going. And this is the kickoff to the Alberta Junior Hockey League Showcase, which is going to bring all 16 teams from Wednesday to Saturday. The Max Bell Center. The chair of that event is yours truly, so that's why I'm pumping it here a little bit.
Hell yeah!
But this is going to be great elite prospects from across the province. We're playing here. Every team plays 2 games. It's going to be incredible. We've got a Truth and Reconciliation Day on Friday, which is going to have
what day is this event again? Remind me.
This is going to be on September the 26th.
Okay.
September 27th to 30th at Max Bell is going to be the showcase. It's going to be awesome. I was going to say Truth and Reconciliation Day, teaming up with Siksika. They are bringing in like hoop dancers and drummers, and they're going to do an amazing regalia. We've got Stampede Day on Wednesday. We're going to do pancakes and like Stampede horses out front. Anyways, if you have you're a hockey fan, head on over to calgarycanucks.ca.
There it is.
Find out all of the cool things happening. This organization had never hosted an event like this, so it's going to be pretty cool.
I love that.
It's a lot of work, but hey, I want to talk to you about it.
If you're putting in the work, then you deserve to pump that out. Yeah, that's amazing. I can't wait for that. That'll be so fun. So you have an anthem for me?
Yeah, so while I've been out and about, I've actually met a few fans of the show, which has been fun.
I met some at the Stamps game.
Yeah. Perfect.
It's really nice.
I love it. I don't think we have a massive following, but you know what? You're loyal, and we love you. This was sent in.
Tell your friends. Like,
this was, and I think it's just going to grow during the hockey season because we're going to have so many fun Dome stories. Okay, this was sent in by a friend of the show, HT Hound.
Oh, is that who I think it is?
Oh, yeah.
Did Harvey send us an anthem?
Harvey himself, the man, the myth, the legend, emailed this one to us. I'm going to call this one Rapper's Delight. It's an American anthem, and it's coming to you from the MLS.
Rapper's Delight? That's insane. Is that even respectful? I'm nervous now for this anthem.
Well, I don't know. Is that a bad thing, Rapper's Delight?
No, but completely we're going to change the genre from an anthem to it's a rap.
Oh, it's a rap.
Oh, boy.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah, buckling up. Lyle. Oh. I have so many feelings. Interesting.
All right, so real quick. First off, what are your thoughts on rapping the national anthem?
I don't like it. And it's not because I don't like rap. I love rap. I love hip hop. I love so many different genres of music, but like an anthem isn't meant to be about a specific genre of music. It's supposed to be about an anthem, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I see what they were doing. And you know what? If that wasn't an anthem, that would have been like, I'd have been like, hell yeah, like, let's go. Or even if it was just like, something to do with the sports team or the event or even about America itself, like as a tribute, I'd have been like, great. But it's just...
So a bit of context, it was to celebrate the 50th anniversary of a hip-hop celebration or something like that. It was against Miami, hosted by New York Red Bulls hosted the game. So, yeah, they were trying to bring the theme into the national anthem.
Yeah, they were trying to cross over.
But that's a hard pivot on style.
Yeah, and like I've seen some, I'll have to find it. There was one anthem that was done, and it was done super, super, super like R&B, and it was giving me the same kind of feelings. Like, and it would be the same if somebody was like making the anthem super country, like, or super jazzy or whatever, right? Yeah. Like, it's just, oh man, like it's a bop for sure, but does it need to be a bop?
Yeah, probably and I wasn't even like, so I can't even really, the audio wasn't great, so I couldn't really say, hey, did you like her rapping? Because she really didn't.
I did. I think that she's talented. Okay. I think she's great.
What do you rank that anthem to 10? Because we have to keep the ranking system going. Yeah. Not a fan, eh?
No.
That's your worst ranking yet.
Yeah.
You ranked the Christmas Tree guy higher.
Because here's the thing with all the other ones is that there was like just like such a valiant effort to like stay true to what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I was told this even when I started singing anthems for professional sports. We want it true to the song that it was meant to be. Because I'll say it once, I'll say it again. It's not about you. It's about the song in that moment.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. So Michela's not a fan.
I mean, I'm sure she's got great music. Like she's a boss for sure.
I'm not saying Ranker's a person. I'm just saying that's not your favorite anthem.
I'm sorry, girl. That one wasn't it.
We won't be hearing any raps the dome this year, will we?
Unfortunately not. Nobody would. Well, I mean, I have rapped on occasion. It's not pretty.
Yeah,
but
I meant during the national anthem.
No, God, no. Oh my gosh.
All right. Well, hey, I'm excited to see you at Labor Day. We will catch up next week probably on Wednesday again. About how great Labor Day was. Hopefully a big Stamps win.
Fingers crossed. Please, guys.
Everyone enjoy your long weekends. Hopefully we'll see you. If you see a tent that says LylePeterman.com,
come on over.
Just come on, stop by. We'll be partying there. You'll hear us probably because we crank the volume.
Oh, we're gonna rage. It's
bring your own.
Great.
Bring your own beer though in red solo cups. I'm not giving you beer. I'll give you beer. I meant lounge listener.
I don't even drink beer.
Fine.
So.
Bring whatever you want. Bring a flask. It's gonna be a great time. Go Stamps, go.
Go Stamps, go, and we will see you at the Labor Day Classic game. And happy Pride Week here in Calgary. Many amazing Pride celebrations going on. Go out and celebrate the gay and queer people in your life, or if you are part of the community yourself, get your gay on. It's going to be so much fun.
I'm going to get my gay on.
Yes, we're going to have rainbows everywhere. It's going to be awesome. And I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Give us some love on social media. Send Lyle some more anthems for me to
please do.
rate.
Keep those coming. Thank you, Harvey.
Keep them, thanks, Harvey. Keep them coming. The scarier, the better. We
forgot to say Happy National Dog Day to Harvey.
Oh, my God. Yes.
Happy National Dog Day, Harvey.
What a good boy.
You're a good boy. Who's a good boy?
I do that to him all the time. He's like, stop. Give us some love on social media. We will see you next week.
Bye.